Bringing Sheriff Mark Dannels joining us now, Cochise County, Arizona. What do you make of the way Sheriff Dannels, President-elect Trump was going back and forth with the President Sheinbaum in Mexico, and what that changes or accomplishes before he takes office, do you think?
Well, good afternoon, Connell, and thanks for having me again. And what President-elect Trump's doing is he's coaching the team before he gets his team together. And that is, he's outreaching. He's trying to stop something that he doesn't have to fix later. Let's just be real. He ran on the fact that he's going to secure this border. He's going to fix what's happened over the last 4 years. And he's carrying out that message through education, prevention, and also enforcement. And that's what our Tom Home is doing right now as we speak.
What about your timing on this, what you notice in your own area? On the tablet here, I have the Southwest Land Border Encounters monthly, and right down at the end, here's the most recent kind of numbers of what we see in terms of it's, mid steady July, August, September, October, well over 100,000 in these numbers. What do you, Jorge was talking about people trying to get in before Trump in January. Are you noticing any differences in the flows and what you're dealing with, or?
About 2 weeks after the election, we saw a peak. In fact, we went out and helped Border Patrol. The surge was so high. We went out with our teams out there and helped them for a while. But we've seen it's got pretty steady right now, where it's decreased a little bit, but it's steady. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, Connell. Who's coaching America's team right now? Right now, the cartels know they're in a short window to get as much as they can get in this country right now before President Trump takes office. President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas, where are they right now? We haven't heard a lot from them over the last week. So, again, cartels are doing everything they can do to get somebody across and get their illicit product across to us. Remember that. And
once we do get past the 20th of January, we know that then President Trump will try to put this mass deportation plan into practice, right? Axios has a piece talking about his push to deport criminal immigrants facing limits. They say the immigration court numbers, along with the mechanics of deportation, suggest Trump's push for mass deportations of criminals could take some time. What would you say from your experience about that and how this will play out, how much time it will take?
Well, it's going to take time. I believe there's 400,000 right now that are either serving time in prisons or released right now that they got to address first. And then you got the ones that came across the border illegally, the gotaways. It's a very complex thought when it comes to removing people that are the worst of the worst, as Borders Our Home has stated. And that's why that partnership with your local law enforcement, your mayors, your sheriffs, and your governors is so important, because it's all about protecting this country.
To that point about partnerships, I go back to the tablet just for a poll here that we had about, people were asked who should carry out the mass deportations. And by far, the most popular answer here at 82% were the Immigration and Border Patrol agencies, federal law enforcement agencies second, and the military. This is down at the bottom here, only 40%. So what is your view now on how this should be carried out? What types of partnerships should the U.S. military play a role? What do you think?
Well, I agree with that whole. It's a federal problem. The border, international border, is a federal problem. It's not a sheriff's problem. It's not a police chief's problem. But where we're at today, we're the experts of communities, our police chiefs and sheriffs. They're the experts of the federal laws, immigration laws. But together, when we work together, the dominoes fall well. It's when we don't work together is when you have problems and you have fractures and divides. And what divides us most is not public safety. It's not national security. It's not humanitarian. It's politics. You got to get the politics out of it. Let the rule of law stand.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.